Hey folks, Keough here with a new training video for you. On this training video, taken this morning, you're going to see me do some paused bench pressing with my feet up, and you're also going to see me do some overhead pressing. So I'll try and explain where I am in my training cycle in relation to Raw Unity as best I can. I'm really just finishing up what is the first of what I say two main phases in my training, in my bench training specifically for Raw Unity. And the first phase is to do a combination of feet up pause bench pressing, floor pressing, and overhead pressing. And the overhead pressing I'm treating as a secondary movement, meaning quite simply I do it second in my training session on my pressing days, and I do it twice a week. And I alternate between feet up pause bench pressing and floor pressing. They're two movement variants that I think help carry over and help develop my competition bench press, and so I've been focusing on them. And normally, with these movement variants that I think address a weakness, I'd also be doing some competition benching, but the feet up pause bench pressing is close enough to the competition bench that I don't worry about losing any strength in that lift. Because the variant is close enough to the main movement, I don't worry about having to do the main movement. But if I were doing things that were a little bit more removed from a competition bench press, like a floor press and an overhead press, then I'd probably incorporate some competition bench pressing. Today was a high intensity day. I'm really right now just rotating between high intensity, high volume, and high exertion training days. And today was a high intensity training session. I was supposed to work up to 270 for a double. I did it for a double, and then I kind of wanted a third, and I didn't go too well. The first two reps went pretty well. They felt pretty smooth. The warm-ups felt good. 255 for 2 felt good. And just on the third rep, it kind of drifted up towards my head, and it started to get caught kind of under the J-hooks, and so Janice had to save me. But I felt good about the set afterwards because I did 280 for a single a couple weeks ago, and I was pretty happy with that, and 270 for a double puts me somewhere above that, and that's really exciting. So felt like I did good work. After I finish the first phase of my training, I will be moving into, obviously, phase 2, and phase 2 will be a phase in which I start doing competition bench pressing on a regular basis, and some of these other movements, these movement variants, take on a secondary role. So they become second movements in my training session in which I do them in sort of a supplemental fashion, either for extra volume, or for a single top set. And so you'll see me continue to do floor pressing and continue to do feet up pause bench pressing, but they won't be the focus of my training sessions. I don't know when exactly the switch is supposed to take place, but it's coming up pretty soon, like a week or two or so. For my overhead press, it's a basic linear progression, it's bi-weekly progression, so I increase the weight once every 2 weeks. I'm working with a basic 5x5. I'm doing it twice a week, and increasing the weight 5-pound intervals once every 2 weeks. Really basic approach. I just started overhead pressing again, so I'm still pretty bad at it. This is 145 for 5 sets of 5. It wasn't terribly easy, but I just took a very basic approach. I set up a lot of volume because it doesn't bother my tendonitis, and I think it'll carry over well to my bench press. Anyway, keep checking in. More videos for you very soon.